it should be. Hold on. Back o'clock, baby.
Baby, we're back.
Not only are we back, we're back in higher definition. We are on the Switch 2.
I don't actually think it's putting out an.
On this game, I don't think it makes a huge difference. But we are playing on the Switch 2.
Twitch also doesn't put out the higher definition.
That is a much more high quality beat. What are you talking about? Look at this dude.
He's always a high quality beat, Nathan.
Yep.
You shut your dirty mouth.
Dirty meow.
Meow. But yeah, yeah, we're on Switch 2 now. You can see it above. There.
Point. I'm going to stab this bird.
Do it. Stabbed it with a rock.
Hell yeah, brother.
Stabbed it with a rock exploding out the ground.
Hell yeah, brother.
Ground rock stab.
Actually, it only has rock stab.
I was gonna say that one only has ground stab or rock stab. Nobody here has ground stab.
Nope.
Which is weird for a rock. Usually,
who should be walking behind me?
It feels like Noselocke hasn't gotten his time to shine recently. So, yeah. He's coming. Hey. I cannot believe you interrupted this guy doing his daily affirmations.
He's psyching himself up. So I got psych up.
He's doing his daily affirmations. That's what I said.
Maniac Harry.
He's a
better than a hairy maniac.
I've met some of those. But we shouldn't talk about Rusty like that. These things still kind of wall you a little bit.
Yeah. Theoretically, if it's a heat-proof one, I could hit it with a ground move.
It's always heat-proof unless it's...
if I'm using a fire move, it's heat-proof.
Yes.
If I'm using a ground move, it's levitate. I know how this works.
Yeah, that is how they work.
Ninja Boy.
Is that one of the consoles that Nintendo scrapped?
That sounds like a Sega console.
It's what they call their shock troops that they send after you. They're not actually called the Nintendo Ninjas. They're called the Ninja Boys. Instead of shurikens, they have old Game Boy cartridges. Had to do something with all those old Earthworm Jim cartridges now that he's an asshole.
Happy Pride, fucked up Table.
Like, not like the fun, it's just like the screw him fuck away.
Figured that was implied.
Yeah, well.
High def Bidoof.
There's so many polygons.
I don't even know if I want to fight that dude.
But do you want to fight this? No, I don't think you want to
No,
fight
not really.
Boing boing.
What I am gonna do is fly down to Pastoria City, now that I can fly. Oh my god, a bird! And I'm gonna teach a special boy a special move. So, my Pokemon are all level 50 now. And Slittle learned a special move called Body Press. In this game, I think it's the only thing that gets the move.
Yeah, that sounds right.
So Slittle is going to relearn Iron Defense. And I think I'll do it over Discharge.
I think you should do it over a diss track. Nathan, I'm telling you, you need to. Never mind. I know how that would go.
The other thing I can do now, high definition Beaver.
High definition beaver.
Do you think I'm going to wind up using this item?
No. I cannot think of a water move. Well, you can get water moves. You could. Well, I don't think so. I don't think there's a way you, because he can't.
I am not thinking of in this game specifically a way that he can use a water move.
You can't learn metronome. I don't think he gets mimic or any of those.
I'm not saying there isn't one, but I can't think of one.
Not with noses, because you could, if you had something else on your team, can't you, like, isn't there a move that, like, makes you, that you can use on your ally that's, like, you use the last move you've seen or something?
There are a couple moves that can call moves of other allies, like Assist, or Copycat.
But yeah,
Mirror
I can't
move.
I can't think of a way.
Me first.
Yeah. You got the map marking.
But I don't think any of those are a move that the noses can learn.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't think of a way that he gets it.
Kind of jar of honey.
Yeah, well, I got a jar of dirt.
Lucky. Fisher Miguel.
Normally that's scary, but kind of not as much to your team.
I mean, a super effective water type is still a super effective water type.
Yeah. Bless you. Bless you.
Excuse me.
That fish. Boing boing.
Fortunate. Fully para. Yeah! Never did not have it. More like I don't care a dose.
Hell yeah, brother.
Fisher Luck. Or is it Luke?
Luke Oreo?
Captain Jean-Luc Picard of USS Enterprise.
Is that fish?
I do like the idea of these kind of belly flopping into it.
The Electric Avenue.
I'm going. What if this guy swept my team with his magic card?
I would laugh.
I wonder if
hard.
it is physically possible for me to lose.
You could throw it.
How?
No, I don't think you can.
I can't think of a way that I could lose. I might be able to get one of my Pokemon fainted.
Yeah.
But I can't think of a way that I could lose.
Yeah, probably not.
The only losing move is not to play.
Sure.
Ooh, I got Flora stickers.
Got floral stickers. To the rhythm of the night.
This is the rhythm of the night.
What is this? Give the Pokeball a little smooth. Again, I do kind of wish you could get people's
Pokeball throws?
Yeah.
Restless cat stabber! I quickly the Intimidate drop there.
So it didn't even matter.
In the end, it doesn't even matter. It's catching up.
He'll get there.
I remember when this game came out, and you had to wait for the outbreak to happen so that you could get Ditto here to breed.
I don't remember that.
But the only way to get Ditto in this game is for the wait for the outbreak to happen in this particular patch of grass. You just have to random into the correct day.
I just never did any breeding in this game.
Well, nowadays you can just transfer one over. This is
Yeah.
before
This was
transferring
before
was possible.
they had bank access. I get you.
It's Don's dad.
Dawn Dad. I like that Dawn's dad is so unimportant
Gee, I sure am thirsty.
That
He has to remind you who he is every time.
well, that he just gets a generic NPC model. He doesn't have a unique model.
I think he's a unique model.
Bro, have you looked at that dude?
I wonder if Dawn has. She's like, you're my dad. Boogie, woogie, woogie. I got 48 TMs. I mean, TM 48s. I can squab all skillfully.
Boom.
You know what I'm going to do for no reason?
What? Save?
No.
You should.
If I save, it's for a reason. I'm going to take a choppleberry. And I'm going to give it to Lizzo. Boing. You really need to do that to outspeed me?
Yes. It was imperative that he outsped.
This isn't really what I was planning on using this for, but I had to pick the team that gave him 2 fighting types.
Your fault? I have zero sympathy for you.
You get no sympathy from me.
But for some reason, he's a fool.
Oh, this is still kind of dangerous. 'Cause what do you want to bet the next thing comes out is... Oh, no. Maybe he's programmed to save his Monferno for last.
I believe he is, but
That would not be incredibly shocking. Well, in that case, he's throwing.
he is. You're also like
Baby,
Most of
I
50.
could do a blast on a rose on the ring. A blast from a nose on the ring.
gross.
Now that your nose has been blue. You're throwing. Again, 2 fighting types. No decisions to use fighting type moves. He's not even saving it for last!
Are you complaining?
I'm not.
It sounds like you kind of are.
Guess we're sticking on this.
I think you can stick with Lizzo.
Better than licking with Stizzo.
Stop. I don't even know what that means. It's stuff.
He has looked at my team and decided that my defense is too high.
It's too damn high. The defense of this team is too damn high.
Goodbye. So what do you think you win? Did you see how I just entered the nose pass?
He did. He did just enter the nose.
Like I'm on Magic School Bus. Want to see something cool?
You go with the hidden item back here?
I got a secret.
Yeah.
I want to say it's the U-turn TM.
Which is a good TM.
Yeah, but it's not one I can use. But then if you talk to this guy afterward, he's like, oh. And I get sky stickers.
Does he go baby?
No, those are seal stickers.
Yeah, that's fair.
Alright, before I do the gym, I'm going to Iron Island.
Probably not a bad call.
Which is different than Irony Island.
You didn't
You don't expect to go to Irony Island.
Didn't Rankin and Bass make a movie about that one?
A passion berry. Is that one I want? I think it might be.
Is it like a passion fruit?
Yeah, I actually do want that one.
What does it do?
Water. Max Ether.
I'm glad that I understand what you mean when you just say R.
I'm not sleepy.
No sleep till
Iron Island?
Brooklyn!
Again, different than Irony Island. The weather on Irony Island is like rain!
We're just being a musical bunch today, aren't we? And I'm sorry.
Go back in here. There are a lot of potentially dangerous things.
I believe there are just like natural ass steelixes in here, if I remember right, and things of that ilk.
You make me feel like a natural ass steelix.
So, in the like item, the metal coat,
Yeah.
it looks like a processed piece of metal, right?
No. It's a canister.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's like it's supposed to be like a film. Like a metallic film of some sort. My shoe berries.
So, do you think just like an onyx ran into a deposit of whatever mineral or whatever it's supposed to be, and then just evolved into an Onyx one day? Or a Steelix one day?
I think the implication is that, like, they get coated in enough metals and pressure and heat and everything.
I can handle the pressure and the heat and the metals. I should be the Steelix.
Well, maybe we should cover you in a metal film and then trade you to somebody else.
You would want to trade me.
I attempted to several times when you were young.
But none of them ever stuck. The only one stuck with me is you.
It's true, and you're worthless.
I frequently think that. So, what are you doing right now?
Iron Island.
Okay. Looked like you were kind of
And again, movement in this.
going back and forth there.
Don't worry about it.
Okay, I won't worry about it.
You know, fucks with sturdy.
I do. I'm brave, unlike Nathan. Who is not brave. We call him Nathan Not Brave Hughes. That was rude, I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
Basilisk.
It's spotted.
Enemy spotted.
Anemone spotted. My attack!
You go down. You should make it go up, not down.
That's the opposite of where I wanted to go. I'm gonna save myself some Stone Edge PP.
Stone Edge.
That doesn't really work because Edge is also like potentially kind of a word with implications. Saw what you did there.
Hey. You don't always bat a thousand.
For one, I'm gonna stab Cherry.
You can stab a cherry with your edge. Close.
Ow, the edge. I don't have to take this. Where are you even seeing the sun? We're in a cave.
Don't worry about it. What, you've never heard of Cave, son?
I've heard of caves, son. I've heard of Plato's allegory of the cave.
This guy ain't even heard of Cave, son.
Hey, this motherfucker ain't even heard Cave Son. Super Reaple.
No, I've definitely heard of it. Yeah, I know what Cave Sun is.
It's that sugar juice drink that with the pouch that you put the straw in.
Is that a Capri Sun joke?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, I see it. I guess. I don't think that's where I would have gone, but, you know, go off, King. He is a little like weird.
Am I gonna ever fight a wild Pokemon that isn't a Graveler?
No.
If I had a reliable way to hit Boost Sturdy, I might take these guys out. My options there are limited.
I was like, what, no ground multi-hit move? But the only one that comes to mind is Bonerang?
Bone Rush.
Yeah. The bone moves.
Bone.
I am your superior officer. Boing boing.
It's hard to bounce when, you know, you're just kind of floating there.
He does his best.
No, it's just Gravelers all the way down.
I didn't get that one.
Hey, an Ox. Just over here.
Work never stops sometimes. When you're grinding.
The grind never stops. His stealth never drops. Oh, ye of sneaky pebbles.
Okay, that. I shouldn't laugh at that one, but it did make me chuckle.
Sneaky pebbles is a very common fan term for stealth rock.
I'm aware.
Ah, biats.
And every time that it's been a while since I've heard Sneaky Pebbles, it does make me chuckle. He was worried about you going first. That's not something your team does a lot. Oh, bats.
Freaking bats.
Freaking new mobs, bads.
How dare you?
Freaking new bads. Freaking new bads. When do you meet up with the hawk guy?
I could do that right now. He's on the other half of the cave, but I'm doing this half first. I'm going to do this half and then have the guy that auto heals me. And, hopefully save myself a trip to the Pokemon Center. We'll see if that actually happens.
Best laid plans, you know.
Little as 51.
Good for Twiddle. That may be helpful.
What do you think happens to Graveler's extra arms when it evolves?
They become... Never mind.
Great content, Ian.
Okay. Some of us can stop that initial thought that comes up. And maybe for a reason. If you want me to say it, I'll say it.
Try to put on a show here. You just met with somebody who refuses to engage with the topic at hand.
I was doing it for a reason, Nathan.
I'm sure. But you're not giving me anything, you know?
Yeah, I didn't, because I was gonna say something pretty nasty.
Yeah, clearly. I'm confident that you made the correct decision.
You don't sound confident. You
know,
don't sound like you
trying to advance the conversation, you know, and
you don't sound like you believe me.
felt like I was getting stonewalled. Worker Willie. I hardly know her.
Worker Willie throws out a snake.
Hell yeah, brother.
Oh god, you're
Worker Willie? Yeah, I bet he will.
Oh god, you exploded Worker Willie's snake. Now he's throwing out the ball.
Normally, when I see a Graveler, I go, oh man, I hope he doesn't explode. Kind of don't care if they explode with this playthrough. I don't give a fuck about self-destructor explosion.
You want Workers Willie's balls to explode?
Yeah, man. That'd be great.
So
The balls explode, and I'm just like, oh my god, I'm done. I don't have to worry about this anymore.
Listo landed a critical hit on exploding that Worker Willie's balls.
Yeah, man. It's like once the balls explode, the job is done, right?
Yeah.
I just...
For the most part, yeah.
Yeah. And these guys, they don't care. You know, if they get exploded on, that's fine. Remember when I had like such a hard time fighting these things at the beginning of the game?
Yeah, you got a ground move. And suddenly, that problem went away.
Max Ether.
Who is Max Ether?
Woo. I'm not trapped in here with you. You're trapped in here with me.
Boing boy.
Fired back laser.
Stealing Batman's whole stick there. Shtick there. Why, Raveler? Jumping for joy.
For just a moment, I thought to myself, Batman's not really a laser guy, but he does in fact have a bat laser. He uses it in Batman Brave and the Bold. There's a cold open where it's him and Ted Kord, the original Blue Beetle, and they're like breaking in to like a bad guy's lair, and he's using a little laser to do the thing, and they're talking shop, and they're like, how'd you get a laser that small? And he's like, because I could never like, you know, account for the power differential or whatever.
Yeah.
He's like, tell me about it. It cost me a fortune to improve the casing. And he was using a little bat laser. And the point of the cold open is these are both like gadget guys.
Yep.
And they're like, you know, no. He even says to the Blue Beetle, you know, nobody appreciates the fact that I'm a gadget guy, and there's more to me than just punching people. And then cue a bunch of henchmen coming up, and he's like, no, I kind of appreciate the punching people part.
Also, go watch the Batman, the Brave and the Bold.
Brave and the Bold's a great show.
I don't know where it is anymore. Like,
it's probably on
it's
HBO.
I think it's back on HBO, but like, God forbid you go buy the DVD
box set or whatever.
Like, go watch the Brave and the Bold.
Yeah, Brave and the Bold is great.
Yeah.
I think from like a craftsmanship standpoint, it is the best DC animated series.
And that includes
in the science of making a cartoon.
Yeah.
It is the best DC animated.
And that's coming from somebody that loves the Timverse.
I mean, Timverse is my favorite, and Justice League and Justice League Unlimited are my favorite shows. But like, I think it is the most well crafted.
Like,
TV
technically,
show.
like, best.
It's just all around. Writing is great. The fights actually do look cool. It looks like a kid's show, but like, and it's kind of got that action figure proportions to it, where the big meaty hands. So it's very easy to like think of it as a show for like little kids.
It's really not, and well, they do again. It is a children's show.
It is funny and it's humorous. It's not super duper serious, but
it harkens back to the gold silver age.
Yeah.
It lets even like his villains that are like objectively like nonsense, like the Condiment King, like it lets them like actually play out.
But no, it still looks good and like it has like engaging fights.
Yeah.
But it's well written. It's funny. It's silly. It's go watch Brave and the Bold. It's great. I love it.
If you
you'll learn about a hero you didn't know about, and that's always cool.
Yeah. It especially does a good job of cutting through the grimdark Batman of the last, I don't know, 30, almost 40 years at this point.
Yeah.
Batman got really dark in the 80s, and
well, basically since the Burton movies, Batman has been a serious grimdark guy.
Yeah.
It's kind of a return to the more lighthearted Batman of yore. Where are my antidotes? There are my antidotes.
Antidote. Take the choppleberry off it.
No, I want to keep it on it.
Okay.
Some of these workers have my chops. It's around here somewhere.
Do you want to pull out your dowsing machine?
Yes.
One step.
I think there's one on this half of
But yeah, like it also again talks like it was my introduction to Blue Beetle.
Yeah.
Both Ted Cord and Jaime Reyes.
The focus, especially in the early series, is on those less obscure. The premise of the show is Batman is teaming up with somebody to fight the villain of the week.
Yeah.
The premise, it's always focused on the less known DC heroes. In those first few seasons, they won't even mention Superman. They kind of reference him a couple times. But you don't see Superman. You don't see
Wonder Woman.
You don't see Hal Jordan. You see Blue Beetle. You see Plastic Man.
Yeah.
You see Guy Gardner. The not quite as famous superheroes. And like I said, the big names do eventually start showing up, especially in the later seasons. But in those earlier seasons, especially, it's very much like we're focusing on less
Doesn't look like there is
common heroes.
Yeah. Again, it was my introduction.
I may be thinking of a different part.
It was my introduction to,
and for most people, this was their introduction to, especially the newer Blue Beetle.
Yeah.
And like Plastic Man.
Yeah.
Who are big common characters, who are frequently appearing characters in the show.
Like there are runs where those two have gotten a lot of screen time. Like
Blue Beetle has his own movie.
Blue Beetle has his own movie now. But like the Injustice runs, both in the comics and the video game series. We're not going to talk about the animated movie. I haven't seen it, but I've heard that it's doesn't do Injustice incredibly well. But like they are kind of big parts in that. And like a lot of other runs, like the Young Justice run included a lot of like
Young
Blue
Justice,
Beetle.
Blue Beetle, and those kind of
And
that last season before the reboot or before the streaming season, I guess.
Yeah.
Which I have not seen the final seasons, the post streaming season.
Yeah.
Of Young Justice.
They go even further into the alien technology of the Beatles
but in that last Cartoon Network season at least, it was Blue Beetle was a very prominent one. And like I said, he kind of got that version of Blue Beetle at least got put on the map by Brave and the Bold.
Yeah,
it's a great show.
Yep. There he is. There he is. There. But yeah, go watch the Brave and Bold and go have a good time. Also, I think it was Prime that did the one that we watched a little while ago with like
My Adventures of Superman.
No, that's technically that one was through Adult Swim.
Yeah.
No, the one that kind of takes it back into the Silver Age. It was by Bruce Timm, but not part of the Timmverse.
Oh, Beware the Bat.
Yeah. That also was a kind of an interesting spin on Batman.
No, that's not Beware the Batman. That's Batman the Cape Crusader.
Yes. Isn't Beware the Batman that like
horror
thing?
No, Beware the Batman was a very short-lived 3D animated show that came after. As a matter of fact, Brave and the Bold got canceled for it. And it lasted like
was that
5 minutes.
That one of the ones that
and it was 3D animated.
Was that one of the ones that like MTV did? No, they did a bunch.
It was a Cartoon Network. It was just it didn't last for it lasted for 10 minutes.
No, I'm thinking MTV did like some Spider-Man stuff.
Maybe.
Well, they had a 3D animated like Spider-Man that went like 1 or 2 seasons.
I think I had seen that.
Oh yeah, kind of in the same animation style as the Green Lantern show.
Green Lantern the animated series,
Yeah.
which I did watch all of. That was also not a bad show.
Yeah.
Got a little heady there at the end. And my understanding is that Green Lantern the animated series didn't quite get very much network support.
But yeah, the Cape Crusader is the one that Bruce Timm did. That came out recently. That I thought was pretty good. There were some parts of it that I didn't love, but I think they did well with what it was. And they that first season especially was very much like based off of a lot of like the 40s through 60s kind of era of Batman. Like we had what's the ghost?
Gentleman Ghost.
Yeah, we had like Gentleman Ghost and like that's one that like who the fuck has seen Gentleman Ghost since?
He's a prominent villain in Brave and the Bold.
Yeah. But yeah, like those two. But it did, and it does some like interesting stuff with like the Penguin, and there was an episode about Clayface that was kind of cool. I liked Selena Kyle's episode. The Harley Quinn character was kind of interesting. We got Harley Quinn standalone, nothing to do with the Joker.
Of course, if they made him now, they'd probably make him the Woker because of woke.
Because of woke.
I don't know what it is with these fighting types not wanting to use fighting moves on me, but I'm okay with it.
I was gonna say, I would quit inspecting the dental records of that gift horse.
high lore. Do you like his arrow hat?
Yeah. His hat is cool. On him. Not on anyone else.
Okay, it goes.
Well, I say anyone else, like, some people can pull off that hat, but not most of the people that try.
Oh, my speed. Oh, my co-producer Speedweed. Lucario kind of looks like a dick wolf.
Okay.
This is a cool little lore tidbit. Byron wants to retire as gym leader and offered the job to Riley.
Nathan.
Yeah.
We can't gloss over what you just called Lucario.
I called him an executive producer, Ian.
As much as I really want to, the internet has something to say about that. I need you to never say that again.
This is what I was looking for earlier.
Yeah, that's probably
The Iron plate.
that's probably not a bad one to have. Have you gotten Flash Cannon yet?
Nope.
You can get it eventually.
Maybe someday.
You may get it in here.
Maurice.
Maurice.
Some people call me Maurice. Wow, wow. Rockhead, Rockhead, Rockhead. 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 Hell yeah! Ian, you should not use the AI summary there because that is not telling you the correct information.
No, it definitely isn't.
Porto Meridida does not exist in this game. They paid millions of dollars to get everything wrong. Welcome to Earth. Again, these fighting types just not wanting to use a fighting move on me. Very funny.
You will get them. In fact, you will get them. They are one of the items you have to get. There's no way for
I think it's the move you get for beating Byron.
It is. There's no way to get them and to avoid getting them.
I think of a way.
Yeah, you could have like your bag full or something, but you can't like deny them.
Summon your power, Lizzo. Rend the very earth!
She can when she get that flute out. Someone give her the Thomas Jefferson flute again so all the chuds can get mad.
Would you want to be gifted a vest that just has one single ass pocket?
Maybe he made it.
Good job, buddy. You know, like, what was Patagonia thinking selling that, you know?
Save money on material.
Real steel. Put Lizzo up front. I don't trust these ground and fighting moves. That's not what I meant to do. Okay, we're gonna go with the double down. And it's gonna be fun. Dude. Do you think he thinks that's unexpected? I'm funny, Ian.
Looking, maybe. Power! I knew you could do it.
Mostly, I'm just glad that these guys have rock head.
And not sturdy.
Good dodge, Lizzo. Could have had a V8. Remember those commercials?
Do you remember those commercials?
I wish vegetable drinks encouraged you to slap people in the face these days. Now you can't do that. Again, probably because of woke.
There's some people that I'd like to slap in the face, vegetable drink or
See,
not.
like, that shirt, like, it's got 2 pockets. That's practical, baby.
Nathan, how many pockets are on the shirt you're wearing?
1, but this isn't a vest. It's a dress shirt. Like, the hiker's supposed to be, like, going hiking, you know?
And I kind of don't actually want on my, especially on my upper body, I don't want, if I'm going to be hiking, I don't actually want a lot of open face pockets.
have like a little flap.
And I also
You want like these pockets though, right?
Yeah.
You want like something you can put your hands in.
Yeah. Like, so for someone literally wearing a t-shirt that's got a pocket in it, that's byproduct of my mom buys them because my brother and my father liked them, and this was a shirt that mom got me long enough ago. I don't particularly care one way or the other for the shirt pocket.
I would say the shirt pocket comes in handy. When I'm moving cars around, I'll put my car keys in there all the time.
Like, I don't mind it, but it's just not something that like Nathan and our father really like them. It's not something that I care one way or the other about. Like, our dad has a little flip phone and he likes, and he puts the little flip phone right there.
You crit my Lizzo! Wow. Double crit.
Okay, I don't get it.
What don't you get?
So, like, I don't know why my algorithm would have them showing off, them advertising a work boot that's also surrounded by bullets. I'm like, I get that, like,
What is that? You're
I'm a male
of a certain age.
of a certain age. I get it, but like, they clearly know my my internet habits. Like,
But it's very much they're showing these ads to men of these demographics.
white men, 25 to 35 or whatever. Well, I'm just like,
Welcome to Earth. This is the second time that Lizzo's dodged a rock slide.
it's a rock slide.
I'm saying.
It's a rock move. Rock moves miss
Got fancy feet.
for a rock.
Lizzo got jukes, you know?
Oh shit! I didn't catch this one earlier. Brian Wilson, the
Oh, from the Beach Boys?
from the Beach Boys side.
It's sad. I saw that.
Has anyone checked on Dad?
I'm not sure how into the Beach Boys dad was.
Dad loved the Beach Boys. Are you kidding?
I don't remember him particularly liking the Beach Boys. I don't think he disliked them. But
He would play them a lot and sing along to a lot of their songs.
hey, I don't remember them specifically. That doesn't mean that
Am I thinking of the wrong one?
Beach Boys are like surfers.
Yeah, I know they're surfer music, but like, he did like a lot of he did like some of their stuff.
I don't think I'm sure it was in the rotation.
Yeah. Okay.
But I don't remember him
Maybe-
especially liking them. I may be misremembering. I'm not saying he did or didn't. But
See, okay. I don't know. My dad's old. He likes old music.
yeah.
Not saying that there's wrong with old music. I like a lot of. In fact,
He's got good taste.
he does have a pretty good taste. In fact, I think both of our parents kind of have a good taste. Our dad is more like 60s and 70s, and our mom is more like.
Yeah, I picked the wrong one there.
You did pick the wrong one there. That's fine. like 60s and dad is like 60s, 70s, and kind of into the early 80s, and mom is kind of into the 70s, but mostly the 80s and into the early 90s. And then our oldest sibling kind of covers that 90s into the early 2000s is kind of what I think of JT. And then from there, I think of the early 2000s is kind of early 2000s to the aughts is kind of your time, and then the early 2010s to like the 2018-ish is kind of the music that was like my middle school, high school era. So I think we kind of, as a family, kind of span that, and at least I've gotten influenced by all of that. So I think, that I've had a pretty decent showing for all of those. And so that's why I'll have some stuff from the set, even 60s, 70s, 80s on playlists. I'll be right back.
Good paralyze. I like how far back the camera has to zoom to get both Onyx and Steelix in the frame. Get me off of Onyx's wild ride. Split up the double battle here. Boom. Done. You really need to get faster than me, huh? Wow. is opening the cute and electrocute. Brenda. I picked the right one to be here. Once again, putting the cute and electrocute. Boy, am I glad he had Rocket.
Still hitting bats with rocks?
About to.
You should. Grunt 1, Grunt 2. Let's all do the grunt. Go rat attack. Boing boing. So I think they're making a Dragon Ball Z MOBA? Like all Pokemon Unite. Kind of that vein.
Huh.
I don't know. Somebody's gonna be really pissed off that I said MOBA and then Pokemon Unite. But, I mean, that's what this looks like to me. I haven't played your Leagues of Legend or your Smites or whatever else.
Go bite my Lizzo.
Rah.
I am the Stunky Sploder.
Pretty sure I knew that kid in high school. You really helped him out. Yeah, you can just send it to the box now.
Having to come through here with a open team slot is very silly.
Or you forget that you have to have an open team slot. You get to there. He's like, oh wait, I'll wait here to give this to you.
And you have to
go back, get the, you know, and then come back.
It's also trivially that's by the fact that you have the box.
Yeah.
You can just press R.
Yeah. But you didn't in Gen 4?
You didn't back then. Shiny.
And this is where, in approximately 4 seconds, Rusty would have a delay.
Shiny Stone is not delayed. Dawn Stone is delayed.
I can never remember.
Shiny Stone is Roserade and Togekiss. Mincino and later games. But it does suck having to wait to Iron Island to get Roserade. Traveler. Do you like Nose Piece Confetti?
Yeah. I do.
Lawrence. Who names a kid Lawrence?
The of Arabia parents, obviously.
I suppose that's true, yeah.
I didn't quite know how to make that joke, but I'm glad it worked.
Yeah, no, it works. It works.
I'm sure there was a cleaner way, but he got the job done. And if nothing else, you kind of chuckled at it.
I got a little chuckle at it.
Also, sick Lawrence of Arabia reference.
Yeah,
Am
real
I right?
timely, bud.
That wasn't me. It wasn't me. I should stick to camping out.
I would say, as a person who's done quite a bit of camping in my day, I would say don't go camping in caves with wild animals.
As someone who was done camping in a cave, that's probably a good call. That cave was closed for a long time. I think it's opened back up, but it was closed for a long time.
Did I have like a door?
Yes. You've been there. Oh. There is a market that is letting people bet on whether crypto, specifically Bitcoin and Ethereum, will go up or down each hour. Holy shit, there are just preying on these people.
Ricky.
Steelix. I like he was like pushing his Pokeball.
Yeah. Do me a favor and have rock.
Sturdy.
No such thing. Maybe should have done the safety magnetize there. Eh. You're not even steel type.
They don't all have to be Steel.
Want them to all be steel type.
Sorry about you.
Fly, you fools. He called it. He has the tech. I wonder if I can just magnet rise back up.
Rise!
How do you think the other guys in this steel gym treat the guy who has 3 onyxes?
Like a coworker.
I'm betting not very well. Worker Gary. Again, more dudes with onyxes. It's like there are 4 steel types.
Yeah. Because they don't have the best steel line in this part of the game. There's no Acheron.
Caesar? Okay, what the fuck are you doing in this gym?
I don't think the 3 Onyx guys is the guy that gets made fun of.
I don't even know what that's supposed to be trying to be like, catch.
Yeah, I can't think of what it would be.
Rise.
I always have to just feel this gym out. I can never remember.
I want to make sure I'm leaving in training.
I get you.
Tickled my nose hairs.
Tickled the nose hairs of your kitty chin chin. You know, something's wrong there, but I'm not sure what.
Yeah, Ian. I'm actually going to go back and heal. Not because I'm particularly concerned about my HP, because I'm almost out of Earth Power. AKA EP, AKA Executive Producer, AKA Dick Wolf.
Why?
Because he's the Executive Producer.
Why do we keep coming back to Dick Wolf?
I will always go back to Dick Wolf. Sometimes I'll go back to Speedy.
Why are you the way you are?
Because his name is Dick Wolf. Yeah, that's hilarious. Their names are Dick Wolf and Speed Weed.
I get it.
So there's a delay when he pops back in that I can't pull up this menu.
Yeah.
So that's why I went back in there, is I tried to pull up that menu and then click up to go on my bike. But instead, it ate the plus input, and then I pressed up to go back into the thingy. Which I could get rid of bike being on the up on the D-pad. But that's what I haven't set to in my other game. And because I have the Pokeball animation turned off in my other game, it's not a problem. It's just that's the input I'm used to. Excuse me.
No.
I'm mostly doing that just in case. Oh, you picked the wrong move, dude.
doesn't affect mud. Explode him. Explode him.
Brianna. See, at least with this one, you can say like, oh, they're trying to catch people who are just like trying to click fire moves.
Yeah.
Though, what the fuck are you doing in my steel gym?
Again, this is an off-meta one that makes some amount of sense. You think that one was huge power?
Probably.
So, there has been the other metagame of the month has been pretty fun this month. It's called Tier Shift to
which is a fairly old.
Yeah. To kind of date when this came out, and it's like you take Pokemon and how far back they are on the tier list, they get a certain amount of points into each stat. For that, it's like if you choose Pokemon,
every stat that isn't HP.
That isn't HP.
But if it's what would normally be a PU Pokemon, you get plus 30 to all your stats.
Yeah.
Less as you climb up the tier list.
And so I've been, I use all ZU Pokemon, and my, and the team that I was making was, how can I be fat and annoying? I'm not really worried about clicking an offensive move. It's just how can I be fat and annoying and survive everything? Like I've got a Swalot that does a lot of good work. He was Acid Armor Body Press, but I kind of shifted off of that. He now is my anti-setup Pokemon because he's got Clear Smog. So people are like setting up to like +4 and +5, and I just click Clear Smog and it goes away. And they're like, God damn it. He's also, of course, toxic. My favorite, it doesn't work very well, but when it works, it's so funny, has been Spiritomb. But because I put Curse on him.
Yeah.
But I also put Pain Split on him. So I've been cursing them, and they switch out into my Pain Split.
Yeah.
So that I'm getting a bunch of that health back. And it's also Spiritomb, who's hard to kill anyway.
I'm going to introduce some tech for this fight.
And so it hasn't. I also put Foul Play on him for people that are trying to like set up. What's his fourth move? Pain Split, Curse, Foul Play, other move. I don't remember what it is. But I have been leading Bastiodon as my rock setter, and he's pretty much been my lead. I also have, again, I've got a Mesprit who actually clutched me out of fight earlier. I'll tell you about it. Who is Pig Root. He's Big Root, Drain Punch, Calm Mind, Stored Power. I really haven't gotten any use out of Stored Power. It's not really worth it, but it's fun, and I think Healing Wish. But I stalled out a guy, his Diancie.
I'm so Diancie.
Because I was able to get at least one Combine up, and he was chipping me away, but he used Floor Cannon, which lowered his special attack, and that got his special attack low enough that I could because of the big root, I could out heal the damage he was able to do, and so. That was his last Pokemon. That was not my last. Mesprit was not my last Pokemon, but Swalot was, and Swalot was not going to do anything there. He was like already in red, but he got so mad that he timed out. He just stopped responding, and it was like,
Sure, I'm starting with the right person here. Yes, alrighty.
I like his little button hat. It's like, looks like just like a buzzer.
For Probopass.
Mm-hmm. It's like, brrr. Beat Daddy. So, he's doing that to break Sturdy.
I'm not doing that to break Sturdy.
I forgot that he sets up Trick Room. But you did great. You did the one thing I needed you to do.
Oh, buddy, you don't know who you're fighting. Buddy, I am here to take your job.
I would say you're a rock user, not a steel user.
I will admit I have more rock types on my team than steel types.
I think you're a rock specialist in this game, not necessarily a steel specialist. Hey, look. That move you want. I want.
One. I gotta say, I'm thanking you for raising my special defense there. Making my life a lot easier. 2. Three.
It's time. I wish there was a showdown like something that we could actually see the number that your defense is right now.
Some games that has that you can go in and look. I don't think this one does.
I don't think it does.
I'm curious.
Nathan,
I think I just click body press for right now.
you clicked body press because what did you do? Raise your defense.
I'll admit, I'm impressed that did more than 1 damage.
I am too.
What pal?
He is programmed to do a thing with this guy. There's not going to be a lot that's able to kill Twiddle right now. He has to get pretty lucky with crits. That did more than I... Oh, that's why. I'm like, that did so much more than I expected it to.
Yeah, got a little scary there for a second. And the only reason he went first there is because Trick Room is still.
Yeah.
I think we're good. Oh, copying my style. It was a good thing I put that Shuka Berry on.
What's a good thing?
Got Byron stickers. And TM91s.
That is the thing you are.
I do want me some flash cannons. We're gonna go round. We're gonna go round. We're gonna go round. We're gonna go round. We're gonna go down. Never did not have it.
Never did not have it.
It's Barry. He's gonna take me to the library.
Barry's taking you to the library.
In this game, he's Cynos. Please refrain from bringing food or beverages into the library. Fuck you, I won't do what you tell me. Fuck you, I won't do what you tell me. You see him teleport through me there?
Yeah.
I like that he brings a briefcase with him.
He light his briefcase.
Boom. If you go talk to all the NPCs in this section, they have a little bit different dialogue. This is my favorite line. Hey, old dude and kids, something big just happened. Alright, we have our marching orders. We need to go check out the lake because something just went boom. But we're going to save that for next time. I think we are planning on taking off this Sunday for Father's Day.
Yeah, I think so.
But we should be back with more... actually, we should be back tomorrow. We're going to be back tomorrow streaming our local Smash Weekly for HDR, the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate mod. It's going to be fun, so you should check in Thursday, tomorrow.
Yeah, keep an eye on the channel. Deuce.